When you think of the word gentleman, what comes to mind? You probably think James Bond, Cary Grant. I don't really know much about Cary Grant, but I've heard of him. Mad Men, American Psycho, all these movies where the characters wear a suit and tie and are very sophisticated. You're probably thinking, how can I become this person? Do I have to fit into a particular bracket? Do I need to dress a certain way? All these things. Do I need to act a certain way? Well, I'm going to let you in on the true definition of what being a gentleman is and what I've actually recently learned and how to ensure yourself and make it an easy process to become a gentleman. So there's 3 things you need to keep in mind to becoming a gentleman. Number 1 is you need to be self-efficient. You need to be able to hold your own and fix things by yourself, operate things by yourself. It doesn't mean that you can't ask for help, but you need to be able to hold your own, and if you don't have anyone around, be okay. Number 2 is you need integrity. Doing things that you say you're going to do. You need to keep the promises to yourself and the promises to other people. And I'm really dialing this in and working on this because this is the most important thing that you need to do. Number 3 is you need to be a man of action and effectiveness. So you need to take action as soon as you can. As soon as you're able to take action on something that you need to get done, you do it. And while you're taking action, you need to be effective. You need to be effective in the layout of your surroundings, so you have everything that you need at your disposal. Say I need to write something. It's an emergency. I need to write an emergency letter to somebody. Boom. I have a pen right here, all ready to go. An idea pops into my head. Oh, got my notebooks right here. Oh, I need to edit my video quick. I have the laptop here. Everything is laid out in a way where if I need to do something, boom, I can just jump on it and get done. And a bonus tip, this is going to really help, is being yourself. I just thought of this right now. Being yourself is crucial when it comes to becoming a gentleman. You need to formulate your own styles, so you don't need to wear a suit and tie all the time. Formulate your own style, formulate your own way of doing things, and do it in a way that inspires you each day. That you love wearing the clothes that you wear, you love the place you live, you love the equipment you use to be effective each day. You need to have everything in place where it inspires you each day and you feel comfortable. And other than that, becoming a gentleman and molding yourself into your perfect ideal, because being a gentleman's an ideal. It's an idea that you have in your mind. Becoming that man that you want to be, that end product. And it doesn't need to be, oh, I became that man, that's who I am. You can always change things. That's the beauty of becoming a gentleman. You're always becoming that man. You're going to see something that inspires you. And you can always reinvent yourself. You hear people reinventing themselves. Well, you can always reinvent yourself through life. You don't need to be the same person. Once you become, say, your ideal person at that moment, you can recreate yourself even more so you're an even more ideal person. later on. And you can just keep... I think of a lot of things like the iPhones. That's why I love Apple. I always think of things as an iPhone. Now let me explain. The first iPhone they came out with, it sucked. It didn't work anywhere near what the new iPhones do. But the thing about the iPhones and Apple products is there's an iPhone 1, sucked. iPhone 2, okay, a little bit better. 3, 4, 5, so on, until you get up to 17, I think it's on right now, which is crazy. And it's crazy. You barely even have to touch this phone, and it does everything that you need it to do. And it started from one shitty phone and got to a really good phone, and then it's going to keep going. Eventually, it's going to be a phone where it's not even a physical product, probably. It'll be floating in the air or something. Who knows? A hologram, maybe. It's going that way eventually. And it's an evolutionary process. You can always fine-tune something. You can always change something. And, you know, there's only so many things you can change when it comes to, you know, the clothes you wear, the person you become. And there's a point where the change is very, very small and you barely notice it. But when it gets to that point, it's usually the knowledge base. And with knowledge, in amongst the knowledge that you learn, you'll learn just everyday knowledge like, let me pick up a book here. The 4-Hour Work Week. Amazing book. You can read books like this and download a lifetime of someone's knowledge into your brain. And you can keep doing this and doing this with everyone's book. And the thing is, you'll acquire all this knowledge, and you'll be so much more of an interesting man. And that's where the design, you designing your ideal gentleman and who you want to be, it'll keep evolving. And the thing is, the thing that'll change you as a person is listening to other people's opinions and allowing their views to come in, and you can see their views, and then it can potentially change your own view. And you change something, it's like, oh, I didn't see something this way. Okay, I actually agree with you on that. And then you change your views and you become a different person in that way. Hearing other people's views on things, taking them as your own, and changing. So that'll also change you after you figure out your style, your ideal style, how you operate day-to-day activities. That's where the unexpected changes happen, because it's sometimes an unexpected person that you wouldn't have ever known that you'd meet. You meet them and they change your views in life forever. It's a beautiful thing, and I hope that more people listen to other people's opinions, because I know what people say about people's opinions. Everyone's got one, blah blah blah. Don't need to listen to other people's opinions. You should listen to other people's opinions. You don't need to take them, you can leave them, but sometimes other people's opinions are very, very valuable, and you're glad you took them. Me personally, I was a totally different person 3 years ago. I was, thinking back now, I was not as masculine as I wanted to, because I saw, it was really the people that I was hanging around with, not my main friends, but like the people down here at the time. My ex-fiance was one of them. I was hanging out with them and they had different views. And I didn't really agree with the views, but because I hung out with them a lot, I took those views and I just adopted them. But deep down inside, I didn't agree, and I felt less masculine. And it's a weird thing, but I kind of accepted it. And then once we broke up, and I didn't hang out with those friends, and they were all gone. I was sitting by myself. And this is the turning point in my life, and this is why I'm here right now. I was sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? I need to make a change for myself. I just need to be better. Because I knew I wasn't good. I wasn't like the man I wanted to be. And that's why the relationship ended. I was, I don't know how you say it. For a lack of better words, I think that's how you say it. Yeah. For lack of better words, I was a bum. Like, I needed to find my calling in life and needed to learn skills and be more valuable to the world. And, I was working a 9-to-5 job, but it was shit. I wasn't happy. And I just needed to be better. I went on YouTube. I'm like, how can I make myself better? I went on YouTube. I'm like, okay, least amount of friction. I can just watch some videos. And I started watching some self-improvement videos. And this gem came across. How to Beast. Fucking brilliant. Started watching his videos, David. And it changed my life. It showed me a different side of who I could be. A more masculine side. Going to the gym. I'd tried on and off the gym, but I didn't understand how to do anything. And talking to women. I tried that. I got a fiance. I wasn't that bad, but I just scraped by. I don't know how I managed to be honest, but once I started to go out and try to get women again after that, I was hopeless. So it was a whole different world came up. A more masculine side. The gym, talking to women, learning how to do that better. It just opened up a different world. And then I started seeing other YouTubers, and just it went from there. And it totally changed me as a person, because I went from feeling like I didn't have, you know what? It's a weird thing to think about, because I didn't see any other sides. So it was autopilot. I just did what I thought was right, and it was autopilot. But then you're given two separate sides once you get an opinion from someone else or a channel on YouTube. And you have one side here, one side here. You get to choose. But if you don't have that influence around you, then you're just stuck with what you have. You're just stuck with your reality you're placed in. So to sum all this up, to be a gentleman, do the 4 things that I said at the beginning of this video, and dial in your interests, what you're interested in. Put that into account. So if you're into music, you're into heavy music, you can still be a gentleman. You don't need to be like Bond to be a gentleman. It's who you are, how you act, how effective you are in your craft, in your day-to-day navigation through the world. And then what really makes you a gentleman is being open to change, being open to let yourself be who you are, have your own ideas, adopt new ideas, decide for yourself what direction you want to take. Do you want to take this new world that opened up, or do you want to continue down the path you're going? As long as you do all this stuff, you'll naturally find out what being a gentleman means to you. So I hope that made sense. This is me just channeling ideas. This is first take, just going right in. And that's what I believe being a gentleman's all about. I'll do a 2.0 version of this. Maybe it'll change in the future. But right now, if you follow that framework, I think you'll really discover a different side of yourself and really be more comfortable in your own skin. Or if you choose, like Bond, in your own suit. So that's that for that video. So get to work, figure out who you want to be, and God bless. We'll see you in the next video.